I feel that we're still about maybe $30,000 to $50,000 where we drop potentially, right? So we're at 495. I think we can go down to 450.
Are you saying that's where the housing numbers are going to drop
by
to?
next year, I feel that maybe we're down to 450, maybe 430.
You're talking mid housing, or
I'm just talking about how far the prices will drop based upon inventory. A lot of it is going to be determined on what happens with the Fed, what happens with people and buyers psychologically going back into the market, and also inflation, right? If inflation gets in check and we start to see numbers come down, it's going to come down to consumers back in the market more confident in buying a home. And wherever that number's at, where it stabilizes, this is not a crash, people. This is going to be where, okay, we're going to hit that level, and then we may start to see a slow appreciation. This is almost a correction. So if you look at all of last year, we were up 23% year over year. I'm very much on the table that we may lose all of that appreciation we lost last year and then maybe plateau there. But I feel that that's a good question. What do you think, Esmeralda?
I think that right now the market is correcting itself. I think that it's balancing. I definitely think that prices will adjust.
Is it something that was necessary though?
I think so, because it was pricing people out of the market that are first time home buyers. So they were not going to have an opportunity if it continued to move the way it was moving for families. It just is not. It wasn't there.
What about you, Ethan? What do you think?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. If I had the money right now, I don't even think I'd still be looking at buying houses. So
really,
yeah.
Where's your mindset on buying a house right now?
You have to understand, I'm one of those people that no matter how much money I have, or might have had, or may have, I'm always looking for this overall deal. I look at, again, what is worth it to me. And again, that's going to be different for everyone. What is the property worth to you? You know, what are you willing to spend? But for me, I looked at a couple of houses today. I came across some postings, and when I looked at them and they were like, oh, this price has dropped to so-and-so. And I still looked at it and I went, wow, this is like 50, 60 grand still over what I would normally spend or expect to spend on a property like this. So this isn't even something that I would consider right now. I mean, regardless of how much money I had, I'm one of those people that's always looking for that deal. So
I think everybody is. You know, I'll tell you, you know what, I can attest that I have a few clients, not just one, a few of them that want to make offers less than list, $20,000, $30,000 less.
Would that work?
You know what, man? It will in the right price market.
If you go in less than list, do you think that the home seller is going to come back and say, hey, you know, you made like 50 grand less? Like, do you think they're going to counter with something that's still below asking, that might be closer to asking? Or do you think they're still going to want asking or more?
I think it's up to the seller and their circumstances.
Yeah, that's going to be
if
tricky.
Somebody needs to move and they're like, hey, I need to sell.
Yeah.
And I need to move. I might have to take this hit of 30 grand and
so
move.
you got to find that good deal then. You got to.
But also, I think that when people look into buying a home, there's a purpose. Like, why are you buying it? And if you look at the overall of being an owner, whether it's for you to live or rent, is you're creating a legacy, you're creating something, a structure. And a lot of people do not have, and I'm not saying everybody, but a lot of times your home is your cushion, is your bank account. Because sometimes you're not in a position that you can save or earn, and it might not be today, it might be in 5 years from now, but a lot of people do need that. They need that structure, and their home is a structure to make those payments. Not everybody's disciplined to save like this. They're just not.
Well, I don't know. Are they disciplined, or is it they just have cost of living going so high and they have a family? And I'm not saying that it's not hard to save. I mean, look, there's a reason why we have credit cards. People have all these things that they buy, which I'm guilty of it too, man. I go on Amazon, I'm like, you know, what do I need? You know, like, let me press a button. What is this? Okay,
well, I mean, but credit cards were designed to keep people in debt, because that's how they make money. That's how we keep the economy going. And
really, if you
like,
know some of the tricks, you can definitely boost your credit score in a few months with a credit card.
I mean, yeah, I'm not saying that you can, but I think that credit cards are designed to create debt, to create. Like, it's not designed to save people. I think
it's a tool. It's a tool, and you got to know how to use it. I spent $6, and I boosted my credit score nearly 100 points. And I took a credit card, and all I did was buy a pack of gum each month. And after I paid for it, like 2 days later, when it hit my credit card account, I called the credit card company, and I paid it. And after doing that for like 5 or 6 months, my credit score boosted like crazy. I mean,
well, like I said, I mean, I think people in households and running at altitude brought a great point is year over year, we're up rents right now 13% still.
It's still going up?
It's still going up. And the thing is that it's not going to come down anytime soon because the confidence in shelter is going up. Even though it's not going up at the pace, people still need to live somewhere. Yeah. And look, if you can't afford a house or you don't want the commitment to buy a house, which I understand what you're saying. You're saying that that's people's bank. If you can't save, well, what's the best thing to do? Put your money into something. You have a fixed payment. Hopefully, you pay yourself forward, right, in that house because you're going to, build equity. There's not a guarantee on that.
The crazy thing is I think you mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. Vegas is like one of the second highest areas for homes right now, right, in the country.
Well, I mean, as far as the numbers of prices, no, I mean, we're not the second highest. We have home unaffordability, or home affordability is the second or third lowest in the country, meaning to come here and buy a house,
we're not high.
It's not a good place to be.
Affordability.
The affordability part.